Coach, in these one-run games, there's always a million plays that go through your minds. Big hit here, big pitch there. What kind of stands out to you when you kind of look at this game?
Well, I think managing the seventh. I think that's the biggest part. I mean, obviously that's the crooked number there in the seventh. Chase's been our guy all year, and he's still our guy. They got a couple balls to the infield, and they got a big hit. I thought Pico was rolling at that point.
Doug.
Coach, was there any particular issue with Chase? He didn't strike anybody out. He didn't walk anybody. He just gave up hits.
I know. That's give credit to them. I think they had a good plan against him and stayed on some balls.
Steve.
Speaking of plans, lineup construction was a little interesting with a left-hander, but you had some quality at-bats against Spencer early in that ball game, maybe the first couple times through. What did you see maybe in the scout that made you feel like maybe these left-handers could be successful against him?
Well, left-handers hitting better than right-handers, so I think that was the biggest piece. We just tried to blend them through, tried to have a little bit of left-right all the way through. But his splits over the last 3 years and it ain't a lot. It ain't like left-handers hit him a lot. That guy's really good and has been really good. But I thought, I thought we'd have some opportunities there.
Jacob.
Coach, Garrett gives you a really good at bat there in the ninth. I guess how tough is it to keep his bat out of the lineup at this point?
Yeah, it's always tough. I have Nolan Stevens out today too, so I got two guys in there that I think can play every day. Sawyer Reeves may be the third. It's a good thing, but it's tough when you don't have those guys in there every day.
Danny P.
Nico was having, he was kind of rolling along there until about the sixth inning, and then was the fact maybe he got his pitch count up and was a little tired.
I don't know, his pitch count really wasn't up. I think when he went out there, he was like at 68, I think, so it was really kind of low. And he made, what he had 1-2 count on both guys, hit a guy and gave up a hit. Not a hard hit either, so just kind of the game a little bit that way. But he was, he was so effective. He had so many swing and misses tonight. We felt like he was the guy in that moment.
See.
Galen Sanders has reached base in every game that he's been in the lineup this year, and I think he's got a 7-game hitting streak going right now, multi-hit game tonight. What are you seeing for him, and how is he kind of giving you a comfort level at second?
He's just kind of a steady Eddie. He doesn't talk a lot. The heartbeat doesn't go up much. Makes the plays, understands the game, and keeps the lineup moving. He doesn't strike out a lot, and he sees a lot of pitches. So you get enough of those guys in your lineup, it makes it a really tough lineup to face.
First loss in 6 games. Let a lead go. Can't quite get it back. Just what's your biggest message to your guys after the streak ends in a way like this? It's SEC starts tonight, 1-30. So we've been talking about how competitive it is, the fight that you have to fight. A game's never over, which we saw that in the ninth tonight. And they got to come back and bounce back. There's nobody feels sorry for you in this league. It is as cutthroat of a league as you'll ever be in, and I'm proud of the way the guys fought. Unfortunately, like we have an inning get away from us. But I like the fight in our guys, and I know they'll come out tomorrow, the next day, and be ready to go.
We got time for a couple more, Steve.
Coach Ross, you kind of stuck with him some. You sat him other times tonight, 4 RBI for him, and a couple of really good at-bats, maybe a couple maybe not so much. But what did you see from him tonight?
I thought he was great. I mean, we get, 2 hits and 4 RBIs and catch a game like he caught tonight, I'll take that every game. I thought he was great. I think he's a high-level competitor, and I thought he was competed his tail off tonight.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach. Steve.
Noah, you guys faced a really good starter tonight, and you had the big crooked number there. It really felt like you guys had a great plan for him. Kind of what was the plan, and how did it feel in the dugout when you were able to execute it as well as you did?
Yeah, going into yesterday, since we had the double midweek, we were trying to treat it as Hagen Smith. So we were challenging ourselves in the cages, facing some wicked sliders, some really good fastballs. He was really good. We were lucky and fortunate to get out of there with 4 or 5 runs off him and make it a really competitive game.
Doug.
You had 3 hits, and I think we got a couple of them was 2. Did you see anything differently from that pitcher, and were you sharing that with the others?
No, not really. Going into it, we had a really good plan he was pretty much 50-50 fastball slider, and then he would have the changeup to show, and I felt super comfortable against him, left on right, felt really good.
Steve.
this lineup, it's like sometimes you guys can just stack it together, and then these games often come down to just one big hit, and ultimately they got one more big hit than you guys do. Number one, how frustrating is that, and then how does that maybe motivate you for the next game?
Yeah, I mean, it came down to me again, and unfortunately I just didn't pull through. I took a pretty good swing. The shortstop made a really good play. But all you can really ask for there, especially with us giving up that big inning, is to get back in there in the 8th or the 9th, and we did that. And we're a hair away from being really happy, and then run away with a 1-0 start to SEC play.
When Ace's ball went off the wall, did you think, okay, well, here's the big maroon magic moment? And kind of what was your mindset walking to play?
Yeah, well, I knew he was going to come through. There was no doubt in there. It only takes one swing to get going, and he took a really good swing. He gave it to me, and I mean, baseball's baseball. It just didn't come through, and unfortunately, it is what it is. But it was a good swing. He made a good play, and we got to move on.
Danny P.
No, I know it didn't work out for you tonight, but just talk about the game from this team, knowing that there's a lot of games left in this season, in the SEC especially. You got to come back whenever the next game is.
Yep.
Get it done.
Yep. Every game is really important. We really want to get 2 or 3. Obviously, we would love a sweep, but we got to move on. We got to focus on either tomorrow or a doubleheader on Sunday. Every game is so important, and we got to get as many wins as we can.
We'll go Doug and David.
Go, Dave.
Or David.
With so many guys on this team can swing the bat, and they don't have a full-time position there, how much edge does that keep on you to hold down that DH job?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's really good. We have the best hitters in the country. We're here for a reason. We have a good mix of transfers, veteran guys, and then guys who have been here for a good time, like Aaron Downs and the Bryce Chances, and it just makes everybody better.
Doug, do you have one?
Yeah, we talk about not getting to play on Saturday and having to play at 2 on Sunday. After a tough loss like this, how do you deal with that where you don't get to go back out there the very next game and play again?
Yeah, I mean, baseball, it is what it is. We can't control the weather. We just have to come ready each and every day and come with the mindset that we have to win.
Anything else?
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.